I'm going to make some split pea soup. So I already washed the peas and let them sit for a second. So now I'm gonna get a pan, and the first thing I'm gonna do is get some olive oil and some garlic and ginger and just saute that in a pan, and then some sofrito. So it's like, excuse me, for like Puerto Ricans, it's kind of like peppers, onions, seasonings mixed up, and they freeze them, or you can keep it in a jar. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get that going. But I'm just making split pea soup. If you're trying to eat more fiber, or like you're trying to, you know, watch your figure about what you eat, I love making soups. So like lentil soup is my favorite, and now split pea soup is one of my favorites. So come on, let's do it. Let's do it. It's done. Let's see. That's not, I'm looking for, you know how you have your favorite pot? I'm looking for a specific pot. I need a pot that look like it's been through some things. This pot been through stuff. Come on. All right, so the first thing, y'all can't even see. Hold on. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put this right here. One thing grandparents do, I live with my grandma, one thing, they have stuff everywhere. Like the counter, it's stuff packed everywhere. Why? I don't know. All right, so let me find, the olive oil is actually, let's see. She bought some new olive oil, but I'm gonna use the old one that we have. Cause why not? I mean, we've been eating it, even if it is toxic. All right, so let's see. The oil, I'm gonna get some salt, some sea salt. We ran out of pepper. I'm gonna take some chili powder out. I put lemon pepper in everything, lemon pepper. We're gonna take some of that out. You gotta have the liquid amino, so we're gonna use some of that. I'm gonna use some Italian herb seasoning and some turmeric. I just love putting turmeric in all my meals because it's anti-inflammatory, so why not? You can barely taste it, why not? All right, and then I want some garlic seasoning and some Cajun seasoning. All right, so we took those out, okay? So now, we're gonna get the ginger. The ginger is in here. Got that, and I got the butter. All of our ingredients are just sitting right here when we about to cook. Let me go get the sofrito. Oh, why? Oh, people, she's freezing noodles. Why she's freezing noodles? I don't know. Me no know why she do what she do. She just do what she like to do. All right, so you got this pot, this seasoned pot. We're gonna put it on the back burner. It's always one burner that's for some reason it just cooks. It gets hot faster, so I'm gonna put this one on the back burner. This is a sofrito that's pre-frozen into cubes, so I'm gonna get a knife to cut that out. And it just pops out. It's like a ball of flavor. Peppers, garlic, onion, seasonings. It's called sofrito. We're gonna use 2. 2 is good. Might as well throw them in. We're gonna put this back. So while that cooks, we're just gonna put a little bit of olive oil in here, a little splashy splash, and then we're gonna open this garlic ginger. Put some in there. I'm not a fan of buying cubed because it says garlic, ginger, water, fructose. Why the hell would you put fructose in? I'm more of a natural person, but today I'm pressed for time. So we're gonna make it do what it do. So I'm gonna use a spoonful of this. All right. We're gonna close that, and then we're gonna put a little bit of butter. Wow. So So now if you come over here, we're just gonna let this simmer. So we're just gonna let this simmer for a second, and once it starts simmering, we're gonna mix it up, and then we're gonna add some water to the pot, and then we're gonna add the peas, and we'll season it and we just gotta let it cook, and then once it cooks, we're going to blend it. Once it cooks properly, we'll blend it all together. I like to mash it. It's the same thing you make mofongo with, like you mash it, but my grandma doesn't have that. My mom has one, but my grandma doesn't. So we're gonna make it do what it do. So while this sautés, I'm gonna I wouldn't even say saute because like the peppers are blended, but just let it cook a bit. Okay? And I'm gonna put a little bit of this Cajun seasoning in there. I like hot. Cajun, okay? And then I'm gonna put a little bit of these liquid aminos in there too, just while it's heating up. You do not need a lot of this. This is super salty. Yeah, whipping a pot, whipping. Y'all can't even see me for real. I'm scraping the pot. Don't scrape the pot. I'm gonna get a wooden spoon. Hold on. We're gonna have to cut that down a bit. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the phone. Let me show y'all. So now that the sofrito and the peppers and the onions, they've all kind of melted in the pot, we're gonna add some water. Because once the water comes to a boil, we'll add the peas inside. So once the water comes to a boil, we're gonna add the peas. Okay? The peas are here. I've already washed and rinsed them. Okay? I'm not gonna make it overly fatty. So let's get some water. I'm using purified water. All right, we're definitely gonna need some more water. So I need to go fill this up. I kind of wait for it to go through the filter to add it, but it's all good. I could really just put sink water for real, because once it boils, it'll be distilled. It'll kill anything off that's in it. So that's what I actually might do. Actually, no. We have some purified water in here. So I'm gonna pour this in the pot. Yeah, that's good. You gotta put enough water though, because if not, it's supposed to be soup. So it's like you gotta blend. Once it's done, we're gonna mash the peas. You know, it's gonna become a soup. So we're gonna season the water. So I'm gonna start out with some garlic salt. Hold on, I want y'all to see. Like, what? Some garlic salt. Okay. Then we're gonna go turmeric. We're gonna go turmeric on them for the anti-inflammatory. So turmeric. We don't want to put too much of this though, because it's gonna taste. Turmeric is strong if you put too much, but if you put just the right amount, you can hide it. You can hide the flavor of it within the salt. Usually I like to use bone broth, but we don't have none, so it's all good. And then now I'm gonna season this with some chili peppers, just to give it a little bit of razzle-dazzle. It's not hot. We ran out of pepper as well, so I have no pepper to use. And then, what am I looking for? We have lemon pepper, so I'm gonna just put a couple dashes of lemon pepper for the pepper. In the name of lemon pepper. And then we're gonna mix it. And we're gonna let that come to a boil. And once that comes to a boil, we're gonna add in our peas and we're gonna cover the pot, okay?
It's twofold, but a 20-year-old was announced by a 13-year-old, and it was a gun in my reach out of Blue. Quick too.
I just noticed that said Memphis. We gotta pray for Memphis, man. It's a dark cloud over that. Like it's just every other week.
I think I'm in
Or they making the news, or they making like headlines more.
I think it's the bigger the rappers, and they have talked about how rough it is there. Memphis is very rough. I had a friend that I used to talk to, a guy I used to talk to, and when I would talk about doing shows, he would make it Brooklyn, you should come in because it's too dangerous. And I would say to nigga, I'm not a rapper, I'm just a guy. But this is super dangerous. How do I feel about it? Blow it in the back of his head. Why blow him in the front? It might hurt your feelings. might feel less bad about it because you're going to dream about that once a week for the rest of your life. That's the thing about murder. It see you inside too. I've had friends that have done things like that, and they're so fussed. They can't sleep. They wake up in the night seeing the person that they murdered. Like that happens to people. So it's twofold. But if a 20-year-old was in the house with my 13-year-old, and it was a gun in my reach, I'd have blew you. Quick too.
I just noticed that said